In this video, we are breaking down Aydan's Warzone movement so you can learn his top 3 moves to help you stop losing gunfights and get more kills in Warzone. Links to Aydan's Twitch and YouTube channels are down below, definitely go check them out if you haven't. Movement in Warzone is more than just slide canceling and bunny hopping. Movement either gives you an advantage over your enemy or takes an advantage away from them. So to utilize movement to its fullest potential, you need to get good at decision making to know when to perform a move or not, and which one will be most effective. If you need help learning these moves, check out this video that breaks down each move step by step. If the enemy knows where you are at, that is the biggest advantage in Warzone. One reason you see a lot of top players jumping and slide canceling while they are running, especially in the open, is because it makes them harder to hit if someone sees them first. So if you are caught in this position, what is the best move? Aydan shows us time and time again that the bunny hop or the bee hop is the most effective in this scenario because you cover the most ground, which makes you a lot harder to hit. As we can see in these examples, whenever Aydan is more vulnerable by being out in the open or being outnumbered, he is using the bunny hop to take an advantage away from someone who has already aimed down sights or ADS and has them in his crosshairs. As you continue to watch Aydan in these clips, I know you will notice his movement, but take the time to notice how the enemies are moving. They either aren't moving or they are moving predictably, which makes it a lot easier for Aydan to take them out. Before we get to the last 2 moves, when is it a good time to not move, or at least not move as dramatically? As we watch some clips of Aydan, we can learn that if the enemy doesn't know where you are, but you know where they are, you can be a little bit more still or static. Just like in this clip, the first enemy doesn't know Aydan is in the stairwell, but the second one does. So when Aydan finishes off the first one, he goes back and then flies around the corner, being really unpredictable. Now Aydan rarely stands still. Even when the enemy doesn't know where he is still moving at least a bit because of how he plays and how he chases down kills. I think it's hardwired in him to be moving at least a little. We won't dive into it much in this video because it's not Aydan's playstyle, but moments when you can absolutely stand still and just focus on hitting your shots is when you are with teammates or have a self-revive and you are in a power position, because if you do get downed, you won't get finished. But as we were watching this next clip of him taking on a team of 4, he slide cancels on the first one because he doesn't know exactly where the enemy is and if the enemy is ADS, so he needs to possibly take that advantage away from him, but then he waits patiently because he can hear the next one running down, and he has the advantage now of being in the dark and knowing where the enemy is and already being ADS'd. Then he slide cancels to move quickly to down one, reloads, and then he barely moves on this next one because the enemy is trying to revive his teammate, so Aydan can easily down and finish them. Slide canceling up and around the staircase would be pointless right here. Now slide canceling is the next powerful move, which we have already seen in action. I also call this move the peekaboo because you are quickly popping around a corner or into your opponent's field of view and surprising them, but I know slide canceling is the technical term. As we can see, this move is very useful to get an advantage over your enemy, but doesn't overexpose yourself, so if you need to back off to plate up or reload, you're able to do that. In these clips, if Aydan used the bunny hop and missed too many shots or too many of the enemies hit their shots, he would have been down because he had overexposed himself and had no way to safely disengage. So if multiple enemies have you in their sights, you have access to hard cover, or you're trying to find and spot enemies, using the peekaboo or slide cancel should be your go-to move. If you're getting value out of this video, hit that like button and comment below what move you're going to work on next. Now the last move, which I don't hear talked about, so either people just assume you should know, or what I believe is people just don't know it or don't use it, so I think it's highly underrated, it is strafing. Watch how much Aydan uses this move, but also notice how many times the enemy he is shooting at is either not moving or just moving in one direction. Because of all these examples of people not moving, that's why I think people either aren't talking about it or just don't know or don't think about using this move. The best times to use strafing is when you have a head glitch, meaning only your head is exposed, or you already have performed one of the previous moves and have engaged in a gunfight. Just like we can tell in this clip with Aydan being behind the loadout box, him performing a bunny hop or the peekaboo isn't really going to give him advantage, but strafing back and forth makes it hard for him to be hit from these enemies, but they aren't moving. They are standing still or only moving in one direction. So strafing or moving left and right unpredictably can be the difference between you downing the enemy or you being downed. Again, if you want help learning how to perform the peekaboo or bunny hop, check out this video. If you have questions about the best way to learn these moves and practice them, let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video and want more help getting kills and wins in Warzone. Best of luck in your next games. Now, go get cracked in Warzone.